Hey guys, it's Ollie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be telling you why you should put a penny in your reptile's bowl. Before I get into this, just a very quick announcement. Oh no, my penny. Before I get into all of this, a very quick announcement. So before we get into the video, just a super quick announcement or two. So the first announcement is on October 7th and 8th, we will be at NARBC Tinley Park. If you are going and you happen to see me while we are there, come up and say hi. I am handing out these glow-in-the-dark pixel perler bead little snails. So come say hi and I will give you one of these. And the second announcement is, if you didn't already know, my wife and I have an Etsy shop where we sell things like snail protein mix, for your pet snail, as well as some crafts that we do like the perler bead art and also some crocheted plushies, things of that nature. So go check that out. So if you want to go and check that out, link will be in the description down below. A couple of disclaimers: I cannot take full credit for this trick. I learned this from the YouTube channel Sneak Discovery. If somehow you have not heard of them, go check them out, especially if you're into reptiles. They're amazing. But I learned it from their YouTube channel, and they learned it from a green tree python breeder named Halton Wall, who learned it from one of his friends that I think collects coins or works with coins, something like that. So that is, I cannot take credit for this. Another disclaimer, because I know I have a lot of people watching who keep snails and keep amphibians and other inverts, I would not do this trick with them. For one, most bugs don't have a water bowl, but for amphibians, I don't recommend this at all, mainly because vinegar is used to clean the pennies, and you don't want to expose them to that because that's something that could make them sick. So just putting that out there, this is for reptiles, not for amphibians and not for inverts. All right, and now back to the video. So do you ever feel your reptile's bowl, like the inside of the bowl, and it feels kind of slimy, like there's a residue on it? That is bacteria that is growing in your reptile's bowl, which is why it's so important to clean it every day. But you can prevent this with pennies. Specifically pennies made before 1982, so 1981 or older. So I will tell you why the specific years matter in just one second, but first let me kind of explain why it works. So copper in pennies, again, I will describe why the year matters here in just a second, but the copper in pennies is what does the trick. So copper is an antimicrobial, which means that it will kill bacteria and viruses with extended contact, which means in your reptile's water bowls, it'll prevent bacteria growth. Now, this doesn't mean you don't change your water bowl anymore after that point. You still need to change it, just not as often. Now, before you go putting these pennies in, you're going to want to make sure that you soak it in a 6% pure vinegar. Just leave it in for about 24 hours and then rinse. Some people say just like 12 hours. I would say 24 just to be extra sure. And then just rinse it in some hot water and you're good to go to just plop it in your bowl. Another really nifty thing that these pennies do is the copper reacts with urites from your reptile, and that those urites come in contact with your water, the water will turn blue. So that is a good indication that you need to take it out and do like a pretty deep clean on it. When you do that, also clean the penny. So when you do clean out your bowl, you're going to want to also clean your pennies by just re-submerging them and re-soaking them in that vinegar. So like I said, you're going to want to use a penny that was made in 1981 or prior. The reason for this is before 1982, the copper was about 98% in pennies and zinc was only about 2%. So it was mostly just copper, like we would all expect from pennies. However, copper ended up getting too expensive after 1982 to make the pennies, so they changed the ratios to where the zinc was about 95% and the copper was 5%. So it won't work if you use just a newer penny, because the zinc does not do what the copper does. It doesn't have enough copper in it, so you're not going to get any results that way. Now, you can use plain just pure copper wire. That does work. It's just, it's kind of pointless when you can just get a penny and soak it in some vinegar. You can also use silver, but the same as the wire, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to have something worth more. Like, you'd have to spend more money on it than just a penny you probably have laying around your house somewhere. And that is pretty much it for today's video. I know that it was a super short one. Regardless, I hope that you found it helpful or at the very least entertaining. Don't forget to give this video a like for the algorithm. Comment down below if you have any other cleaning hacks. Maybe I'll make another video similar to this later on. All of my links, including my Instagram, my art account, our Etsy shop, which you should totally go check out. Also, commissions are open on my art page. And my Facebook group will be linked in the description down below. All of the proceeds from our Etsy shop goes to putting one more bug in Prim's tummy. And as always, subscribe to this channel if you are into this kind of content, or really any animal kind of content. I upload every single Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but you can hit the bell if you don't want to remember that. And as always, I will see you guys next week. Bye.